So we know that the New York Post is garbage. It's just a Zionist corporate propaganda rag on behalf of the ruling class and the rich and the Israeli regime. So the thing is, I know they're having a hard time. They're having a hard time because they were very excited, along with the Republicans in Congress, to try to blame this on an immigrant. They claimed that it was somebody that came over the southern border that committed this terrorist attack in Louisiana. But now they're coping. They're coping and seething because, as it turns out, the person that did this is an American, born and raised from Texas, and somebody who was in the military, not just served in the military, but also had government jobs. So that's very inconvenient. So they're really having a hard time. They were like, "Oh man, we totally had this. Like, oh, this is perfect. He's a Muslim guy. He came over from the border from some Middle Eastern country." And now they're coping and seething because, as it turns out, he is American. And honestly, we really shouldn't be that surprised because who is the number one exporter of terrorism in the entire world? The US government. Nobody should be surprised that it came from an American citizen. That's literally us, boo. And are we going to keep pretending that we don't know who this group is and how they started? But instead of actually trying to reckon with that fact, trash bags like the New York Times I said New York Times on accident instead of New York Post. Same thing. They're both trash bag propaganda rags with less credibility than toilet paper, okay? So regardless, they're trying to bring up the protest that we all went to in New York yesterday, in New York City, okay? And be like, anti-Israel protests call for anti-Fatah revolution. Like trying to tie it together. They're trying to tie our Free Palestine protest, where we're calling for the end of the genocide of the Palestinians. They're trying to tie that to what happened. Because as I said, they are grasping at straws because they don't know what to do now with themselves. That they realize that they can't blame this on some Muslim Middle Eastern immigrant. Nice try, New York Post, but we all know that you are state propaganda and garbage that absolutely nobody should listen to.